YouTube. This particular video might be replacing the live stream on Sunday night, depending on what time I get back at. I'm going down to Hard Rock Butlins with Tegan. Don't know. I'm taking a Bucky caster and the wee red base and 4 bottles of Bucky. So I don't know whether I'll be making it back for tonight's live stream. If not, if it's just a normal night, then hey, how's it going? This is Tegan's base. I mean, look at it. This is a Traben, which I've never heard of. Phoenix, which some of his guitars are. He's got a couple of LTD Phoenix. In fact, I think he said he bought a third one. Focus. Yes. So it's got a big. This big metal plate is actually part of this block as one piece. So it's like sustain. One would think. Flames going up the. That's quite interesting. I don't know if you can actually, if you can really make it out. There's different colours of mother of pearl. There's a sort of a whiter one and a darker one, next to each other. Very fancy. 5-string. Oh, it does have branded tuners. It's got Grover's H08 crafted in Korea. So 08 2008. Yeah, okay. Neck is stripey, 5-piece. It looks, again, I know this is stupid, but when you're playing a guitar, the bit you see is the back of the neck and the top of the headstock. Maybe not so much the bass because it's away over here somewhere. But when you're playing it, you can see, and it's cool, being able to see the like if you get like a 3-piece with one in the middle, you can't really see it, but I do like that. It just feels cool. Nice volute on it as well. Quite well sculpted. I mean, if it's made in Korea, it's just going to be like a your like a Schecter Guitar Research or something like that, or PRSSE, that kind of level. Probably not cheap. Active. It's got a battery in the back. It wasn't working when I got it. 5-bolt neck. Through strung for sustain. So it's got a sustain. Plenty of it. It's also got a metal nut. Not brass, but metal of some sort. It's not actually glued in. I don't know whether I might glue it in. Depends if it moves or not. Yeah, so I saw this and can see why I've never heard of the company before. Not everyone is going to like this on the front. And it's maybe a bit showy. Kind of actually reminds me a little bit of Phil, my guitar with a big eagle landing on a rug on it. On its nest probably. Or in a time warp. Kind of got that sort of vibe somewhere about it, which is probably might even be made in the same place. It's a 2000, so 8 years later they were making this, possibly. Just another one of those companies that's bound to be. At first, actually, I thought it reminded me a bit of Spear guitars. They're made in Vietnam. They can be made to be good. They're generally their quality control's terrible on them. Though I've had ones that were. I had a red Les Paul that was excellent. It was a good. I shouldn't have sold it. It was a good Les Paul. It had a stupid graphic on it. I should have just painted the top gold and kept it. That was a nice guitar. But this, made in Korea, quality wise, it seems great. Kind of reminds me of, well, I don't know, maybe just because it's the through neck and stuff. It's like Ibanez. There's something. There's a BC Rich that's kind of this shape. I can't think which one it is though. Is that an eagle? It's a bit kind of going this way. Anyway, I'm plugged into I'm on. So this is a blend pot. So neck pickup or middle pickup's a jazz bass, and then got a humbucker on the bridge, which is okay. It's normally the other way around, but I'll just let them do that. I've noticed that this actually has been played a little bit. Some of the chrome's scuffed off a wee bit there, not very much. So that's hold on. These are all centre indent. So if I centre indent them all. Two truss rods. I've never had to turn 2 truss rods before, but that was really nice. It it worked not surprisingly well. I did have to bring it back and move shit about. It was playing really badly. It obviously never been set up from 2008. You know, it was like the action was out here somewhere. If I roll back to the bridge humbucker. Okay, maybe it does actually sound quite good. Mixing both. I kind of say that was your P bass sort of. But I like the active bass boost. It definitely gives it a Sabbath vibe. That's it, Phil. It's got scoop mids. I'm actually wondering if this is maybe slightly longer scale. Feet, just looking at the neck seems very long like that. Sorry. Is it? The answer is no. I don't ever really get tired of being right. I've been wrong, even though I've been right. No, I'm right. Aye, it's 35 point something inch scale, which is maybe to help with the tension of the low B. So yeah, slightly longer. I was just looking at it and thinking, it does seem a bit big. Maybe it's verging on neck heavy, but not quite. You know, I'm not having to hold it up completely. You know, that's how neck heavy it is. And this is just a slidey strap. Very difficult to play so far away, actually. Maybe it feels a wee bit. Actually, my hands are sore from playing the Sabbath band for the first time in a couple of weeks last night. That's why I'm saying, why are my fingers sore? You know, playing last night, and me and Craig, guitars, were pure suffering as well. Just starting to get good. We've got a gig coming up, but we're starting to get really good. It's like pure. wee bits kind of working. I don't know if we've maybe actually played all the way through every song where it's been pure kicking the whole time. We've got through them acceptably, but a couple of bits last night we're kind of playing away and just kind of we're getting good at this. It feels great going out and playing gigs when you know what you're doing. When you know you're good, you know what I mean. We're all good. It's quite good, and everyone's just kind of left to their own devices as well a little bit. You know, it's like drums. He plays the drums, and the guitars. He plays the guitar. I play the bass. Singer sings. It's like pure here we go. And there's lots of talking between us and stuff, but it ultimately comes down to we're all good at what we do, which is really nice. We even tried to play Megalomania last night. It was Brian, the singer, that suggested it. Worked it out pure. Roop doop slipping away, jumping into tomorrow. Oh, I've got my bass DI pedal. Oh, slipping away, jumping into tomorrow. I'm alive, free. I'm gonna be with you now. Sting me. Well, I feel something's taking me to get to return. It's giving me a chance of giving my soul. I'm trying to it's high. I'm singing it kind of an octave down. Yeah, so Brian suggested we did that. We kind of played it a wee bit and he tried to sing it. It would just be he was actually hitting the notes though, but not comfortably hitting the notes. So maybe not for this gig. The suggestions of trying to put it in the middle of Sweet Leaf, but to be honest, if we can play that, but I think we should play the whole song. That bit, something off Sabotage, nice album track. So there's a set list there. Try to work out a set list. So the ones we're probably not going to end up playing are Sweet Leaf and Killing Yourself to Live, and well, Megalomania. That's the first time we attempted that. So we've got Black Sabbath, NIB, War Pigs, Fairies Wear Boots, Paranoid, Iron Man, and then I'm down onto the detuned bass. We've not worked out an order yet. Tomorrow's Dream, Snowblind, National Acrobat, Into the Void, Lord of this World, Children of the Grave. So I think it's quite a good set. I don't think there's really anything that missing, but there's lots of hits and lots of sort of album owners songs, obscure album tracks. I don't know how to really class. Lord of this World, Into the Void, National Acrobat, Tomorrow's Dream are kind of my thinking that way, whereas like Snowblind's a hit and Children of the Grave's a hit, Black Sabbath's a hit, NIB's a hit, War Pigs, Fairies Wear Boots. It's a popular one. I really love playing it, but I don't think I would put that as an obscure album track, and then Paranoid and Iron Man, so they're all hits. So mostly hits. I'm obviously sitting here just now thinking, well, the downtune ones are downtune to C sharp. That's there, so yes, I could totally play everything and just use one bass and not really lose out on anything. There's quite a lot of open strings for like Children of the Grave. See, I tend to go. I don't know, maybe have a wee think about maybe I can actually do it if I just play down here. Maybe he's a band and use a 5-string bass. So this is kind of actually coming in to be I've not really played that many 5-string basses. it's a better bass than my 5-string Ibanez, my yellow and black stripy one. But it's a bit more classy looking. This is, I painted it yellow and black stripes, so it's maybe not that classy looking. It kind of looks like a sort of PJ bass or something like that, a bit more vintagey. Whereas this is obviously a spiky death metal orc warrior thing. But playing wise, this is a much better one. And the sustain, obviously, because it's got so much sustain blocks on it. I'm trying to feel it through my fingers. one more. I'm going to stop doing that, but Lowrider, what a song. That was not planned, but quite good. I've never that bit. It's so weak and horrible sounding. I absolutely love it. In the video, it's a harmonica he's playing that on, not car horns. There you go. So, well, I intentionally kept going there in case I don't make it back on Sunday night. So, it's really good. For what Ian paid for this, he's a dick, really. I would totally about it. I actually really like it, and it's if I didn't have my yellow 5-string bass, my yellow and black one, which I can't really sell because I've painted it yellow and black and it looks shit. This would do me for a 5-string. Not that I really need a 5-string, but I don't know. I don't like modern shapes, but this one somehow, maybe it's a big metal flamey bit, doesn't. I don't know. It's definitely remind me of something. I'm sure there's a BC Rich that's kind of like this. It's like an elongated one. It's also got like the alembic sort of. It kind of goes to a point there, which probably isn't good for leaning it against the wall actually. Marvellous, yes, totally. If you're worried about one of these not being pro level, totally is. It's great. I don't know, the pickups don't actually say on them what they are, but they are definitely active because when the battery was flat in it didn't work. So, you know, sometimes it's an active circuit. I think these are active pickups, unless there's, I don't know, I mean, I've not actually, to be honest, I've not even been in the back of it yet. I say yet, I don't really need to go into the back of it. Oh. Give them a scoosh of contact there, but I don't really do it. So we'll just go for all the treble, and all the treble. How treble does it get? I wouldn't really said it was unusable. In fact, it doesn't seem to be, the treble doesn't seem to be doing anything at all, does it? It does, but it's just that there's so little treble coming out of this bass that it's not really. Maybe if you're popping in, it makes a big difference there. See the way they look at it just now? It looks like there's no flame on the fretboard there, but if you turn it around, it is there. See, maybe that's intentional. So it kind of flickers a little bit when you see sort of like, oh, half the frets, all the frets. Maybe that's good. It's like, maybe if you've got like a strobe light or under stage light, it'll look like it's going or something. They don't get in the way at all when you're playing it though. You know, if you're worried about having these marks on it. I did notice a wee bit when I was looking over the top there. It's like, there's a big glob everywhere, but it's got the dots on the side. Nice and big where you want them. Neck is quite wide. I think it's got a... I wish I could find my steel rule. I haven't used this thing, which just isn't as good as a steel rule. It's got a 45mm nut. So it's probably not that wide, really. I'm sure the one I had, the Fender, the Squier Protone I had, 5-string P-bass, very nice. I think it was wider than 45. Because normal a P-bass is 40 and a jazz bass is 30. No, a P-bass is 42 and a jazz bass is 40, I think. So 3mm bigger, and it's got an extra string on it. I think the Squier I had was like nearer 60, 45, nearer 50. So it was like these strings are quite close together compared to the P-bass on the wall there. No, this is quite an interesting thing. I genuinely quite like it. Totally wasn't expecting to it. I saw it, I was like, up here, oh god, that's awful. But it's kind of grown on me. It's a fancy sort of, I'd imagine it's just a veneer top, painted on the back, 5-bolt neck. It's definitely a thing. And again, loving when you're playing it, being able to see the stripe on the back, which is pointless, doesn't make it play any better, doesn't make it sound any better. It's just nice. Rock on. And sorry I never made the, if it's during the week, then I did make it back, but I think my Sunday night, if I'm drinking 3 nights in a row, I'm going to be mangled on Sunday night. So I'll probably, after this video, just say hello with a big packet of paracetamol, you know what I mean? Rock on.